Okay, hello and welcome back to Quickienomics. Okay, today we have a problem. Okay, we have a big problem. Okay, called the multiplier problem. Okay, here's why. All right, every time for macroecons, okay, the question is phrased in a way that we get very confused on how to interpret the question. So you really have to read in between the lines and try to understand what the examiner is trying to say to us. Okay, so let's just take one question for example, and we'll see how we can tackle this together. Okay, I hope you can see. Okay, I'll read out the question, okay, quickly. Okay, in whatever, okay, technological progress means that the share of labor in national income is declining at the expense of the share of capital. Okay, suppose for simplicity's sake, okay, that people draw their income either from labor or from capital. Suppose too that the MPC consumed of those who derive their income from labor is higher than that who derive their income from capital. Let theta denote the share of national income which is not held as retained profit, and assume that firms invest all the retained profits. Let alpha denote the share of the income derived by labor. The government of whatever maintains a balanced budget, and there are proportional taxes on both consumption and retained profits. This is a closed economy with flexible prices and wages. Okay, this question came out in the 2009 Zone A paper. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to come up with the AE equation and how we're going to get the multiplier from this. Okay, so let's take the question step by step. Okay, I hope that you guys have this question with you. It can be found on the virtual learning environment. Okay, if you need me to post this question, those of you who are not in SIM, UOL, I can post it out for you if you want to. Just PM me and I'll do it. Okay, so what is the first thing that we know? Okay, so let's take the obvious first. Okay, we know that the marginal propensity to consume of the laborers, okay, is more than the marginal propensity to consume of the capitalist class. Alright, okay, there we go. And we also know that theta, okay, is basically the share of the income that is not held, okay, as retained profits. Okay, and we also know that alpha is the proportion of income held by the labor market. Okay, the laborers. Okay, just something on the sidelines. This, right, in sociological terms, we call them the bourgeoisie. Okay, okay, and this we call them the proletariats. Okay. Just some extra information. Okay, let's start by constructing the consumption equation. Okay, so let's become, alright, let's start with the laborers first. Okay, so we've got autonomous consumption, okay, which is is the same for the both classes. So let's just put it as C naught. Okay, we know that it will always start with the marginal propensity to consume, right? And we know that there is proportionate tax, okay? And so let's just make things easy by writing this down first. Okay? Now, we know that alpha is the proportion of income that is by the laborers, okay? And y naught is the income that is not held as retained profit. So basically what happens to income, okay, let me use a different color. Okay, what happens to income is that, okay, when it's earned, right, okay, is by the capitalist class, right, it will be either distributed to the workers, okay, as dividends or distributed funds or whatever, okay, distributed income, or they can retain those profits, okay, and do something with it. But for this question, what it says that all will be invested. So what is the proportion that is earned by the laborers? Okay, so the portion earned by the laborers, okay, is going to be alpha, okay, and not held as retained profits is going to be theta. So we just multiply that by y. We get the total earnings for the labor class. Okay, as for the retained profits, okay, we know that it's the remainder of theta. So basically 1 minus theta is going to give you, okay, your retained profit. Okay, so 1 minus theta multiplied by y, so it's the remainder of that. Okay, now I forgot to mention, okay, sorry, there's another part, okay, there's the capitalist class. Okay, I can't believe I forgot them. Okay, capitalist class, okay, the guys that earn money from capital, okay. Since A is the income by laborer, so that means 1 minus alpha is going to be the income by the capitalist class, alright? And we have to add a deter there because basically the deter means, okay, income that is been distributed. Okay, so this is the share of income, okay, that has gone to the people. Okay, so this is the bigger picture. Okay, so basically from deter it will split into 1 minus alpha and alpha. Okay, and the rest of deter is your retained profit. Okay, so let's get back to the consumption equation. So now we know that there will be tax, so we just basically put their income inside. See here, A times deter y. Okay, and then for the capitalist class, okay, is gonna have the MPC, and you know they'll be taxed. Okay, and you just put this inside here, 1 minus alpha multiplied by deter y. Okay, there we go. We have the consumption equation. That's all. Alright, it can be done. And as for investment, okay, typically it's gonna be our IO minus I naught. Okay, minus our I1 R naught. Okay, and since we know that the rest of the retained profits are all invested, we just simply put them here. But wait, okay, the question says that there's going to be corporate tax. So corporate tax and your income tax is going to be different. So let's give them a different symbol. Let's give it TC. So same thing, since it's proportional, we got to multiply that by 1 minus TC. And you multiply that, put the y there. See? Okay. Alright, I know it's a bit messy, so let me clear that up for you first. But before we do that, okay, let's talk about the government expenditure. Okay, so here's a different color. Alright, G, okay, equals to GO. Oh no, no GO, because why? We are now talking about a balanced budget economy. So when we talk about balanced budget, basically how much the government spend is dependent on how much taxes are collected. So balanced budget basically means they spend taxes, the tax revenue that's collected. So let's look at what is the tax revenue over here.